Greetings and salutations, friends. I'm Nimithrander, and we're back to the Whirling Waltz, and we're currently trying to run our park. Chevalbaron Fantasyland. So, let's see what we've got. Alright. We can upgrade some stuff, but let's see. Let's be sure we've got our themed meal in place.
That unique aroma. I wonder how you'll inspire my cooking this time. Alright then, I'll just go with the flow. It's about time for a fresh new flavor.
Alright, so 10% more revenue to begin. And 20% if we can get it again. So, let's see what we can do. Alright, looks like we can upgrade this again. So, we will. Alright, and we can get one additional staff member working here. Yep, don't have enough time for that. Can't expand the facility. And looks like we'll need to hire at least one more worker to get this place back up to standard. Alright, and there's one available, Constantine. And let's train him up right away. And we have enough Mora to train him straight to the max right away. And that actually gets us to both benchmarks of service value. Excellent. Now let's see, we have 4 points left. Let's see what else we can do. Looks like we have enough to upgrade Mellow Manor. However, looks like if we do that, we won't have enough left over to actually hire more staff. Let's see. Well, let's see how we go. Alright, so we have 2 strategies available now. But we're pretty much out of time. Good thing is, the service value is still above the first threshold. So, I think we can end this cycle. Alright. On to cycle 7. Alright, so straight away, let us expand one of the facilities. A scene from the action film Rainbow Eye. In the depths of a factory, shadowy forces conspire to create a weapon capable of destroying Fontaine, codenamed Rainbow Eye. As an ace agent of the Marechaussee Phantom, you must pierce their defenses and destroy this secret weapon to protect the prosperity, peace, and future of Fontaine. Well, let us get on that straight away then. Yes, the load times among these seem to vary considerably. Nice big vault door down there. Or up there, as the case may be. Use the special ability to slow down time in the scene. That way it'll be easier to hit the weak spots of fast-moving seagrass. Ah, you weren't kidding about fast-moving. And we have multiple hearts, meaning that we can take damage, presumably by bumping into things. Alright. Yep, missed the ladder. Use the special ability to slow down time in the scene. That way it'll be easier to hit gauntlet targets than move along the conveyor belt. Alright, so hit the targets. So we only need to hit them once. Yep. Alright. Seems Risley is relatively apt for this. Got a nice fast attack. Although range is a bit lower than I might like. Well, that was different. But we have our key all the same. We'll be able to do the other expansion this round. So perhaps I'll hire someone from Mellow Manor, since I should have sufficient time and funding for that. The question will be whether or not I can actually find someone to recruit for the task. Let's double check. Yes, Mellow Manor can in fact take on an additional staff member. So, let's see if anyone is up for the job. Up and Mellow Manor indeed. Oh, in fact, it's the fellow that I dropped originally for hiring him too early. Alright. With that, I do believe I've hit the end of what I can do presently. So, on to the next cycle. Looks like we plateaued there. Oh, I forgot the theme dish. Ah. Oh well. Let's take care of that straight away this time.
That unique aroma. All right then, I'll just go with the flow. It's about time for a fresh new flavor.
Let's see. They're still upgrading things, so I think... A 50% decrease in the cost of upgrading sounds pretty good. Alright. So, let's see what we can do. Business level 5. And we get some extra mora. Alright, and we can go again, but... I think I'll hold off and use the remaining 8 points to expand the other location. Now I'm out of time. Alright. What now we can do? Well, that was a rather simple problem to solve. Okay. Well, we're out of time. So, I suppose we'll move along. Alright. On to cycle 9. What do we have for the theme? It's meal. Well... Can I actually manage it this time? Let's find out. Let's see, so this one... already at level 4. So what would be the price? 160,000. And 4 times the expenditure. I doubt that I'd be able to expand it again if I did go there, so... let's try... Millimatter only costs 40,000. And we have enough we can, in fact, boost it again. Alright, we have our bonus. But now we need to improve our business level to 6 or beyond to further upgrade it. Looks like we haven't gotten any further here. Alright, more options, but looks like we don't really have to do. Let's see. There we go. Alright. And we still have some points left. Let's see. Let's check on staff options. Looks like at the moment everything is just barely above the requirements. So I think I'll leave it be for the moment. I can upgrade this facility one more time, so that we shall do. Alright. Now we're out of time, and pretty much out of Mora. So on to cycle 10. Alright. Your business level reflects the Shalvalmaran Film Fantasyland's overall rating, increasing as your visitor volume grows. Raising your business level will grant operation bonuses and unlock more scenes and themed zones. Let's see. Let's go barbecue ribs this time. Now, let's upgrade this facility. The last one I can upgrade, I believe. Alright. Now, all of the facilities are higher level. Let's see. Petite Lumiere can go to level 20, I see. Interesting. I'm afraid we'll be dismissing you, Uncle Scimitar. I'm going for Petite Lumiere instead. And Petite Lumiere will also be trained immediately. Ooh. Though not to full, it seems. Alright. And like that, we've also mostly run out of Mora and time. Let's see, for eclectic escapades. Nope, we don't have enough time or money anymore to hire anybody else. So, I guess we'll move on to the next cycle. Looks like we plateaued a bit there, but no matter. Ah, we finally got to business level 6. Alright, friendly encounters. How do we get by without little help from our friends? Spend action points completing special friendly encounters, and the corresponding companion will arrive at the Shalvalmaran Film Fantasyland to lend you their aid. Some of these friends can serve as consultants for attractions, increasing the income of said attraction. Others can set up special booths and take part in the operation itself. Likewise, they'll bring in additional income. I bet we're getting a bit complicated, aren't we? Employee training, huh? And it's completely free with that one. Well, let's see what we're looking at. Just about hitting the mark on one of these. The mellow manner specifically. Alright, can we get someone to replace Helen? Looks like we can get a Gardamek to replace her, possibly. Alright. Now we'll do the themed cooking to get 7 free level ups there.
That unique aroma. All right then.
Okay. That won't cover all of the leveling up this guy'll need, or this Gardamek gal. Let's see how far it will get us. Let's go to 16. Alright. Now then, let's see what else we can do. Whoops. Looks like I burned a bit too much Mora. Well, looks like we might just train again. Let's see. Yep, we'll burn some more Mora. Leveling up Petite Lumiere. Alright. Looks like that's about all I can do at the moment. Not burning much in the way of time, but plenty got done with Mora. Alright. Let's see what we can do. Starting with what our themes will look like. Well, let's see. Can I even expand anything at the moment? So I can upgrade that, but not expand it. Upgrade again, but not expand. Nope, everything is either upgrade or upgrade. Hold on. Movie masterpieces need to be at level 6 to get Varessa to arrive. Alright, so movie masterpieces will be our priority. Let's see. Haven't actually selected the meal yet.
That unique aroma. All right, then.
Let's see. Alright, let's see if we can get to an expansion. And hopefully have enough afterwards to make another upgrade. Oh, that's a hard no. 12 points on that. Okay. So, Mellow Manor needs upgrading for Siegeween to join us, and I don't have enough more for that. Okay. Getting annoying hitting so many roadblocks. How about eclectic escapades? Nope. Everything is too expensive. Okay. Let's see about training, at least. Alright. And I guess we're done. But we can bring in Varessa. Fresh Fruits from Afar, Part 1. In a corner of the Schvelmaron Film Fantasyland, you meet a certain orchard owner from Natlan. Okay, we can spend some of our time on this. Oh. Oh, there she is. Hello, Varessa. Good of you to join us.
Whoa, is that our hero, the Traveler? And Paimon, too! Oh, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Mrs. Coiffier already told me you were the big boss here. But when I saw you just now, I forgot myself for a moment.
Me, the big boss? For real now? I'm just an operations staff member.
Technically speaking, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland doesn't even have a boss, does it? Isn't it the idea that everyone works together to make it as successful as possible, and then we all share the profits? But, wait a sec. Why are you here, Varessa?
Well, officially, I'm here to promote my brand. Not long ago, Mrs. Coiffier placed an order with me for her restaurant, as she often does. In her letter, she mentioned that showcasing my orchard's products at the festival would boost sales and help build my brand recognition. After talking it through with my parents, I decided to give it a shot. Now that I'm done with the restaurant's ingredient order, I plan to sell the rest of my fruit directly to guests to help quench their thirst, of course.
The thought of enjoying fresh fruit from Natland here in Fontaine does sound pretty appealing. But with this many customers, wouldn't it be exhausting to watch the stall all day?
Huh? Am I supposed to be watching the stall the whole time? There's an attraction over there called Movie Masterpieces, right? I heard some of the challenges are based on famous films. Some of those films have even been adapted into great comics. I'd love to go give it a try.
So, you're not doing any business at all?
Back in the Collective of Plenty, I'd just set up a sign with the fruit prices, place a weighing scale and a coin jar to one side, then let people pay on their own. When closing time came around, I'd wake up and check the accounts. Not a single Mora has ever gone missing.
You've got a lot of trust in people. I fear that it, only works like that in small, tightly woven communities. Bigger places like this, you're likely to run into unscrupulous characters, I'm afraid.
To be fair, that does sound nice. People in the Collective of Plenty are a law-abiding bunch. No one would even think about taking something without paying. Makes sense that tending your stall wouldn't take too much effort. Fontainian customers are no doubt trustworthy too, but let's just say they're not used to self-service shopping. Plus, if you just leave the stall unattended as a Natlanese merchant, people here might think you're gone for good.
In that case, I'd better start acting the part. But I'll need to buy some things in the city before I officially open for business. I promised to bring back some Fontainian clockwork mecha for Kochi-an-san. Oh, and I also wanted to try a few rounds of movie masterpieces. After that, I should be able to focus on my business without getting distracted.
Well, we can go with you if you like.
We might not be locals, but we've explored Fontaine quite a bit. We know our way around pretty well.
In that case, give me a moment to get some extra fruit, a price list, and my coin jar set up. I get to go shopping with the Traveler! Nice.
Obtain Operation Bonus. Unlock the resume list. Refresh function at the staff center. Okay. Oh, so that was all? I don't actually go shopping with Veressa? On the one hand, disappointing. On the other, where exactly would we end up going for shopping? And where exactly would we buy mecha? Not actually sure. Oh well. I guess we'll move on to the next cycle. Okay. Alright. Looks like we can go on the next little jaunt with Veressa. Let's see, can we level up Mellow Manor first, I wonder? Or will we run out of points for that? What do we have? Surprise candy shell. That makes this easy. Okay, now Mellow Manor. Can we upgrade it? Yep, looks like we can. Can't expand it if we want to do Veressa. We want to do her story quest. So I think we'll do Varessa's story. And then, on the next round, we'll level up the Mellow Manor again. Ah, alright, so that's where we'll be shopping with Varessa. Oh, and now that I'm thinking about it, we actually did have an event way back dealing with clockwork toys. I guess those would count as mecha, wouldn't they? Although when I was thinking mecha, I was thinking Gardamex. Great big things like this over here. I wouldn't know where to go to buy one of these. But,
Exactly.
for general, toy scale mecha. Well, one of the shops around here ought to do. Hello there, Varessa. Have you found what you were looking for?
Hello, boss. I'm from the Collective of Plenty. You might recall receiving a letter from us requesting you to design some components.
Wait a sec. Why does Eonsan need clockwork mecha?
Is she planning to build some kind of robotic personal trainer? To whip lazy trainees into shape, mayhaps?
Nothing like that. Our coach just wants to fine-tune her gym equipment so people can target different muscle groups more easily. She mentioned something about a rowing machine to focus on back muscles, as well as a pec deck and a leg press machine. The parts that connect the ropes and weight plates wear out easily, but they need to be strong. So Coach Eon-san thought she'd give Fontanian Clockwork Mecha a try.
It all sounds so technical. When did fitness turn into some kind of complex engineering problem?
To be honest, I don't really get all the details either, but if it works out, I'll be sure to train according to her revised method. And if it doesn't, we can always stick to the good old methods. If you're interested, I can show you a few beginner exercises the next time you drop by our tribe. You'll be able to smash the records without even breaking a sweat. I know it.
Sure thing.
Paimon will pass on that one. She'll be rooting for you from the sidelines, though.
You can always try the equipment we keep for little Saurians, Paimon. As long as you start out with the super lightweights, you'll be fine. Weight training's for everyone, you know. As long as you put in the effort and keep it, anyone can develop rock-solid muscles.
No!
Alright. Operation bonus. Reduce the number of action points consumed by expansion work. Oh, that's mighty helpful. I was thinking 12 points for a single expansion was getting a bit much. Let's see, what do we have? Iron Belly. From now on, you can spend a certain amount of action points to refresh the candidate's resume list. Huh. Alright, that's helpful. Well, Mellow Manor seems to be just barely performing. So I think Captain Ferment is going bye-bye. And we'll replace him with Lex Left Hand. Alright. And with that, we've pretty much expended all of our options. Let's confirm that we've got our meal from Escoffier.
That unique. All right then.
Yep. Alright. On to the next cycle, number 14. Alright, now we have 18 points to spend. And looks like we're going to burn most of that with our final meeting with Verissa. Fresh Fruits from Afar, Part 3. After making all the necessary preparations and enjoying her favorite attraction to the fullest, Verissa's finally ready to roll up her sleeves and get to work.
Word of advice, don't break the law. Is there anything else? Yeah, seriously, don't break the law.
Let's see, where'd she go? Oh, there she is.
All right, time to show off how fast I can run. I'm gonna go have a blast, then come back, calm down, and focus on running my fruit stall.
Don't forget to grab some water and snacks to keep your energy up.
That's right. Last thing you'd want is to get too absorbed in having fun, then suddenly realize you're starving because you haven't eaten anything for hours. Funnily enough, Paimon can think of someone else with a bad habit of getting so into things that they forget to eat. No matter how busy you are, nothing's more important than staying well-fed, hydrated, and healthy.
Wow, so you know someone like that too, huh? Oh, I wonder who that is. They need to fix that habit, that's for sure.
No need to worry about me, guys. I do a lot of long-distance running, so I always make sure to bring some food and water with me. This time is no exception. Woohoo! That was incredible!
How was it? Did you get through all the levels?
It was amazing! Not only did I get a super high score, but I also checked up on every homage to the original films, and even recreated several iconic scenes starring comic book superheroes. I'll focus on doing business this time round, but if there's ever another event like this, please let me know as early as possible. I want in!
We'll let you know, for sure. Don't you worry.
Yep. You know what? We should let you design the levels. I'm sure all the fans will be thrilled.
That would be great. Anyway, back to business. Time to focus on my fruit stall. I'm gonna make a name for my orchard in Fontaine.
And I wish you good fortune. Huh. So are we actually going to see the fruit stall open? Bonus revenue. Oh, and there it is. Wonderful.
Seeing how happy everyone is here, I can't help smiling myself. Would you like some fruit? Feel free to take some.
I think I will. Alright. So we still have 8 points. Unfortunately, I don't believe I'll actually be able to do much with that. Let's see. Looks like I can hire Hayanad. No idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Let's see, Mellow Manor. Given the options, and that I don't really have enough time... Or actually, can I expand something? After all, we did cut the price of that a bit. Oh, but not enough. Never mind. So in that case, yes, we will be hiring Hyanod. Though first, we're going... Let's see, just double check. She's from Mellow Manor. So, Yala, I thank you for your service, but we will be hiring new staff. And promptly training the new staff. Actually, before we do that, let's see what we can get from Scuffier, in case I've
That
forgotten.
unique rope. All right then.
Okay. Well, let's see. Wonder if that'll work retroactively. Oh well. Now, need to level up our new hire. I'm gonna get her all the way to level 20. Alright. Service value 240 out of a necessary 110. And we'll level him up, the Petite Lumiere, a little further as well. Alright. That's burned up pretty much all of our Mora. We don't really have enough time for any other major projects, so let's move along. Alright. Cycle 15. Let's see what kind of meals we have on offer. Not really a fan of the random effects. Refunds are nice, but... we'll go for higher revenue from Mellow Manor. And with that in mind, we should expand Mellow Manor. Let's see. Fully built, eh? I think I'll pass on all of these for the moment. Let's see. Alright. Oh, Mellow Manor. Alright, so in that case, let's level up Mellow Manor a bit if we can.
Have you ever seen these stickers on my back? Do me a favor and take them off. Malazines like to play pranks sometimes.
Down to low satisfaction, huh? Well, let's upgrade if we can. Alright, that's all we can do for that for the moment. So let's manage the manor and see if we can get satisfaction back up. Alright. So let's invite some more animals. Okay. So now we have some animals with paws. I can't help but notice. Oh wait, nope, I do have just enough. Though it's a bit limited in what I can do with the enough. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Not sure I actually have enough room for all of these. Alright, got 3 and 3, but not gonna be able to fit in unique life forms. Well, got 3 and 3 of the other ones, and it's enough to get high satisfaction again, though not filling it out completely. Well, not enough more to continue building there, so let's see. Alright, now we should be able to get Siege Queen in. Ah, and we can get her in for free. The Head Nurse and Her Films, Part 1. Among the film Fantasyland's many visitors, who'd have thought you'd run into the head nurse of the Fortress of Meripede? And on top of that, you discover that she's developed a rather peculiar connection with films lately. The one I just noticed, Dea, is another one. Wonder who the final visitor is going to be. Let's see. Ah, there she is. Tiny little lass, isn't she? Then again, she is a Melusine. Oh. No voice for poor Siege Queen. First time meeting her on this account, alright. The wondrous dragon Heir. The head nurse of the Fortress of Meripede. She cares equally for every convict locked inside the prison. A gentle and delicate soul who believes that good health is vital for atonement. She likes to prepare nutritious meals for the overworked prisoners under her care, though the ingredients she uses are often terrifying. In the eyes of this Melusine medic, looking after humans is much like caring for kittens, and it brings her no end of joy.
Hey, Siegeween! Welcome to the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland!
You sure have your finger on the pulse. Or has the park really become that famous? The Beauty Association? Well, I suppose it's a good thing to hear that you're not stuck in the Fortress of Meripede all the time. Honestly, that was rather depressing to think on. That you were there at all, frankly. Leave alone imprisoned there. Well, the staff of the fortress are more than welcome. The inmates, however, not so much.
Oh, your encouragement leaves Paimon feeling even more motivated than ever.
What kind of films are you into, C-Tween? Hmm. Hmm. Tom and Jerry, I assume. The cat and mouse game. A bunch of hardened criminals watching films about cute little animals. I'm finding it quite hard to imagine.
But now they've got films to watch. Even the ones who used to cause trouble might settle down a bit, right?
Wishful thinking, I dare say.
We have our very own animal-themed area, by the way. We call it Mellow Manor. Customers are calling it the most relaxing place in the park.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. If you've got the time, why don't you come back every day? Want to enjoy yourself there and earn some mora on the side?
Oh, you mean we could invite Sigeween to be a consultant at Mellow Manor? Now that you mention it, that sounds like a great idea! Sigeween's great at caring for people, and she's so warm and gentle. Looking after animals should be a piece of cake! Yeah, like someone who gives advice and tells the park staff how to do their jobs better. The workload won't be too heavy, but it's important work. Besides, you'll mostly be playing with the animals.
No inconvenience at all. And it's settled then.
With Sigeween on board, Mellow Manor's gonna be even better than before! Paimon has a feeling our revenue's gonna shoot through the roof!
Well, the cuteness factor certainly will. Unused funds can generate additional income. Interesting. Alright, let's see what we can do. We still have 5 points. Looks like we have just enough to upgrade Eclectic Escapades. So that's what we'll do. And business level 8 achieved. Ooh, 100,000 mora. Looks like we could. Well, we can expand on the next round, possibly. Alright. So. Looks like we'll have to wait until the next round. Yep, next cycle we can go off with Sigeween again. Then business level 9, we'll be able to call Dea over. Alright, so next cycle it is. Excellent. And our profits finally passed 1 million. Let's see. Well, we're definitely going for another friendly encounter, so this will be most useful. And we will be going probably through to the end of Siegewene's series of encounters. So, well, rather I should say we'll be going through to the end of her encounters in short order over the next 2 cycles. So, might as well take advantage of that bonus, making it a freebie. Didn't know we were headed to the Fountain of Lucine. But all is well. Although I do regret Siegewene not having a voice. It's kind of interesting, honestly. One event, or rather, the Archon quest Paralogism, no one had a voice, or so few people did, that it was better to do the whole thing in Chinese. Whereas here in Fontaine, most people have voices. Contracting issues, I suppose. As well as SAG-AFTRA, but we're not going into that here. Very well prepared.
Forget health issues. Paimon wouldn't be surprised if she could actually chat with the animals once she's done reading.
I wonder, can Melusines actually speak to animals?
Oh, wait, head nurse, please don't go. Phew, boy, am I glad I caught up with you.
What seems to be the problem?
One of the inmates has become obsessed with those magical mouse munchies from the animated films you've been showing them, and tried making some himself with 3 days' worth of welfare meals.
That is unfortunate, to put it mildly.
He ended up giving himself food poisoning, with symptoms we've never even seen before. Please, we need your help.
Oh dear. Don't worry about it. We'll have it delivered, don't you worry. No rush. We'll be waiting for you. Your patient's health is the top priority, even if they are criminals. And even if they brought it on themselves. Suffice it.
Siegewene sure has it tough. Not only does she have to worry about taking care of her patients, she also has to clean up after those troublemakers.
Indeed. Suffice it to say that I have little pity for them. Still, they are entitled to health care.
Why don't we prepare something tasty for her? It might help lift her spirits.
I wonder. The Fortress of Meropide is one of the largest, penal institutions in Fontaine. And some people wind up exiled there, more or less. But, to my understanding, not all prison sentences to the fortress actually equate to, well, actual exile, and are not, in fact, permanent. Let's upgrade Mellow Manor, since we're dealing with Siegewene. Ooh, 13, huh? Oh, and we can expand. That's why it's so expensive.
Word of advice, don't break the law. Is Is there anything else?
Yeah, 13
Yeah,
again.
seriously. Don't break the law.
Okay, let's see if we can... We have 8 points left. Can we do anything else? Ugh, 9. 1 short of being able to do something there. Same here. Looks like we might actually be out of options already. Oh, hold on. Looks like we can actually add a 3rd member to the Mellow Manor. But while we can potentially add someone to Mellow Manor, well, no one is actually up for it at the moment. How about training? Looks like that's about all I can do training-wise. Let's see. For eclectic escapades. Nusta. Yes, I think we'll actually hire Nusta. So first, we'll dismiss Marine. And hire Nusta. And then we'll use our remaining funds to train Nusta as high as we can get her. Ooh, almost exactly. Just gonna have 30 more left after this one. Okay, that ought to keep the eclectic escapades going smoothly. Looks like Mellow Manor is going to need some improvement in staffing. But nothing more we can do about it at the moment. My, we have a long way to go yet, apparently. We'll collect all the goodies once we have, well, unlocked them all, I suppose. Onward to the next cycle. We made less revenue that time. It's the first time that we've actually gone into it. Well, we still made a profit, but much less than last time, comparatively. Alright. Let's see. I believe... Oh yes, expansions. Yeah. Since we are going to be expanding some stuff. Yeah. Cutting that price in half will be very useful.
I once considered keeping some pets in my office, but soon gave up on the idea.
Let's see, friendly encounters. Ah, and the last one is free. Thanks to our foresight. So we'll finish I think we'll finish this cycle, and then I'm going to call it quits for today. Running a bit long, but that's just kind of how this quest is. Alright, so
It's not right to keep
We'll
small
do our
animals where they
expansion
won't be able to
first.
see the sun.
ooh, I do not have the Mora to upgrade this. Ah. And now we have an additional layer. Looks like just adding one extra line will be sufficient. Although, not enough for all bonuses. So we can't upgrade this facility any further, but we might be able to hire some additional staff. Well, let's have a gander at our recruitment board. The answer is no. Although, we can hire Roxanne for movie masterpieces. Let's see what we're looking at for movie masterpieces. Oh yes, Constantin can definitely be improved upon. And let's boost her stats a bit. Let's go to... yeah, that ought to be enough. Okay. And we can level her up a couple more times, too. Alright, 12 points left. Then we can expand. It's enough to expand this again, so we'll do that as well. Now we have a proper red carpet. And we can formulate for this one, too. Now to see how long it takes it to load in, as these can vary considerably, as I've said before. I'm wondering, would Chaska have been helpful here? Use the special ability to slow down time in the scene. That way, it'll be easier to leap onto the simulated waterborne platforms and dodge obstacles. Yep. That's... okay. I was wondering if I was supposed to aim that beforehand. Ooh, that just about made it. Okay. Oop. Oops. Okay, let's hope that we... yeah, okay. Alright. So this time stop doesn't quite last long enough. to get us all the way. Nope. Gets us through to this part. I'm thinking Alhaitham would be quite helpful here. Nope. They're going to try to push us off the ledge. But they shall not succeed. Not yet, anyway. Bad timing. Ooh. Oops. Oh well, down we go. And got the key. Alright. Let's see. Still don't have enough. No, rather, don't have the option of adding additional staff. Not there, anyway. The only one where I can put 3 is Mellow Manor, which I just noticed is actually falling behind. Alright, well, we don't have enough in the way of time slots to do more, so we'll just train staff a little. Alright, Mellow Manor will need some further work. In fact, more workers, specifically. But now, we can meet up with Siege Queen for the final stage in her adventure. After resolving an unforeseen emergency, Siege Queen can finally relax and enjoy hanging out with all the cute animals over at the Chevalmeron Film Fantasyland. And thankfully, this will cost us nothing. Ah, there she is. And if you'd moved over one table, you could have a nice chat with Navia. I hope that everything is alright. You must be exhausted. Here, have a drink on us. We made you some fruit tea.
And here's a special snack, too! Hope it gets your strength back up.
Think nothing of it. Well, alas, quite a few adults are actually just large children these days. I say these days, it's been a common problem throughout all of human history, really.
Is it because they aren't paying any attention when they're watching? Or is it some rebellious mentality? Whatever you tell me not to do, I'll do it just to prove you wrong type of thing?
Not much we can do if they don't read the warnings at all. But deliberately ignoring them, that's another thing altogether. Yes, let's move on to friendlier topics. I'm afraid there's only so much you can do to curb human stupidity, Siegweed. It truly is regrettable. That's the spirit. Greatly improves the staff service level, eh? Let's have a gander. Oh, yep, it did. Brought it up to almost hitting the second meter. Let's see. Before we move cycle, let's be sure we've had our meal.
That unique aroma. I wonder how you'll inspire my cooking this time. Alright then, I'll just go with the flow. It's about time for a fresh new flavor.
Alright. So, we pretty much exhausted our options at present. So, we'll advance to the next cycle. A slight uptick. Let's see now. Looks like, we've actually gotten a whole bunch of primos. Not all of them. Quite a few left to go, huh? Well, let's collect our bounty. And I think I'll end today's episode by making a handful of wishes. Yes, I have changed my mind on what I said earlier. I will collect some of these also. So we have our new bow, the Sequence of Solitude. And a couple of its upgrade materials, I believe. Let's see. Before I forget, let's see what the restaurant is offering this time. Simple. Alright.
Word of advice, don't break the law.
And now, to make our wish. Where to go? I think we'll go to... the place I went to when I got New Valette. One of the times I got him, anyway. A very lovely view. Quite a bit of the Fontanian countryside. And of the court itself. Now then... we have almost enough primos by themselves for a temple. And we have 3 spare. So we can make 12 wishes, thereabouts. And we've got 1 for the permanent banner, so we'll throw that and see what happens. The answer is next to nothing. Oh well. Now then, I want Escoffier's signature weapon. Or, if I can't get that, I would like at least one copy of the Dockhand's assistant. That HP scaling will do wonders for Nilou. And for Layla, too. So, let's see if we can get lucky and finally get a Dockhand's assistant. Oh, fingers crossed. Well, no 5-star. I think this will get us to 40 pity. Oh, we're getting there. And there we go! Dockhand! Finally! Ugh. And that was only the second... that was only the second point for that 10 pull. Meaning we might get another 4-star before this is through. Either because we'll get it in the 10 pull, or we have enough wishes to go for another full 10. So we'll be hitting pity again. I certainly wouldn't mind getting another copy or two of the Widsith either. But the Dockhand was what I really wanted from the 4-star lineup anyway. Range gauge. Double 4-star is not bad, though. Alright. Well, we have a few more wishes, so we'll give it a try. One more there. And we have enough star glitter for one more wish. So, let's give it a go, shall we? Oh well. Still, finally got myself a copy of the Dockhand's assistant. I will say, it is a rather inelegant weapon for Nilou. Still, it is the only HP scaling sword that is not a 5-star. So, yeah, I can now trade the sapwood blade. The sapwood is decent for Nilou, as she will obviously be doing bloom reactions and thus getting the Forest Sanctuary effect going. So a bit more EM, which is good. But her direct damage bonus comes from HP. So yep, despite the looks, this is probably going to be the best choice. Unless I'm going Freedom Sworn, but that's a slightly different thing again. Now I'm actually going to have to gather up the material for this, aren't I? Fortunately, EXP won't be a problem. Dross of pure sacred dewdrop. Ah, looks like I actually have a decent number of these. So let's see how far we can go. Pretty darn far, it turns out. have enough Mora, so that isn't stopping me this time. Okay. And I can make 25 of those. Alright. Looking a little better, now that it's a bit more shiny and glowy. And it's not dull bronze anymore, but kind of gold now. That's looking much nicer.
I once considered keeping
So, we'll end by seeing just how far we can take the Dockhand's assistant. Normally, I wouldn't pull on weapon banners, particularly not just trying to get a 4-star weapon. That doesn't tend to work out, and the fact that we had to hit 40 pity on this before I got the Dockhand's assistant, yeah, pretty good indicator for how this can go wrong. Though, as I said, I really do also want Scoffier's signature. I'm hoping to get her signature and then to get Skirk down the line. To have Skirk's whole team fully kitted out and ready before she even arrives. Alright, what exactly do I need again? Ah, Spring of Pure Sacred Dewdrop. Alright. There we go. Now let's see if Risley can net us a few bonus ones. Yeah, 1, alright. And we can ascend once again. Will we actually be able to get it all the way to 90 right now? Only need 4 of those, and I can make 8. So the answer is yes, yes we can. Alright, how many? Up I have 5. Nope, let's see if we can get any extras at the high level. 1 bonus, excellent. And maxed out the Ascension. And we can even get it to level 90. That's a juicy 41.3% HP bonus. Bringing Nilu's HP to 62,000. Comparatively speaking, without it, her HP drops down to 56. Alright, finally. Finally have an HP scaling sword. Let's hope I don't come to regret it. After all, it might have cost me enough wishes that I might miss out on Skirk, but we shall see. But on that triumphant note, I think I'll end today's episode. If you've enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Do check out my Elden Ring Let's Play, as well as my playthrough of the Genshin Impact main story. I post Monday through Friday, so do remember to hit the bell to keep up with notifications. And as always, have a good day.